Hello, how are you doing today? I hope you're well. Today is the 10th video that I'm publishing in a row, and for me, that's quite a lot. I am really enjoying the process. I am learning a lot. It is a bit difficult trying to juggle creating content and working and having a family life. So it can be quite challenging, but I really appreciate the support from everyone. So thank you for all the likes, the comments, for people subscribing. It means a lot to me, so thank you so much. Today I woke up and I had a cup of coffee. I usually have a cup of coffee first thing in the morning to wake me up, and it's a bit of a habit. I used to drink a lot more cups of coffee in the past, maybe 2 or 3 cups of coffee, but I have reduced this to just 1 cup of coffee. Occasionally I would have 2, so I would have the second cup of coffee in the afternoon when I would have an afternoon slump. And this is where in the afternoon you may start to get tired and then have another cup of coffee to make yourself feel more awake. But I do like tea, and I like to have a cup of tea in the evening or the late afternoon with a biscuit sometimes. In the UK, tea and biscuits often go together. I like to dunk my biscuit into the tea, and I've found the perfect biscuit is one that you can dunk a few times and it doesn't break apart. It's a nightmare when you dunk the biscuit and it falls off into the tea and then you have to get a spoon to scoop it out. After my cup of coffee, I like to check my emails and get ready for the day ahead. I would look at how many lessons I have today, look at the students. I would look at what I have taught them previously and have a look at homework that has been set. I would see if the homework has been completed or not, and then plan for the lessons. Today I have quite a few lessons, and some of the students are from all around the world. Some are from France, some are from Singapore, and they are at different levels. I have a student who is preparing for the IELTS exam, some others that are preparing for the Cambridge exams, and they are hoping to achieve C1 or B2. I have another student who is interested in business English, so I'm helping her to improve her business English skills, including presentation skills. I have another student who wants to improve his conversational English. So we are looking at things like vocabulary and building fluency. So I have separate documents for each student to record their progress. And I like to progressively improve their level of English. So sometimes we would look back at what they have already learnt and try to incorporate this into the lesson. And the lessons are a lot of fun because I've had these students for quite some time, and it's amazing to see their improvement and their confidence. And I can see it in the lessons when something clicks in their head and they say, oh, I remember that word, or I remember the linking phrase, and they feel so proud of themselves. And it's just absolutely wonderful. For lunch today, well, going back to breakfast. So for breakfast, I ate 3 eggs with some spinach, I made that into an omelette, and it was quite delicious. I am trying to eat a lot of protein at the moment because I am trying to build muscle. I am turning 43 this month, and it's a little bit scary. So I'm trying to get into shape. I started taking the gym more seriously about 8 months ago, and I do enjoy it. I don't particularly like going to the gym, and when I'm in the gym and I'm pushing the heavy weights, my mind is telling me, what are you doing? Go home. Stop putting yourself through this pain. But I persevere, and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel really good afterwards. So that is why I'm trying to eat healthier. I try to limit the amount of sugar, salt, and oil in my diet. I would have a cheat meal maybe once a week on the weekend, and it's really nice to splurge on a cheat meal. So splurge is when you can become excessive, so you can eat more of something than you would normally. When you have a cheat meal, what do you eat? I love burgers, so any kind of burger, and for me that would be fine. So after breakfast, I have my multivitamin. I like to take a multivitamin just for general health, and it has lots of different vitamins and minerals in it. I like to dissolve it into water, and it's like an orange tablet, and it makes the water go fizzy, and it feels like I'm drinking a fizzy drink. It doesn't taste particularly nice. It's supposed to taste of orange. And then I would have some cod liver oil, and this is a omega-3 oil. It comes in a bottle, so I would take 1 spoon of that, and it tastes horrible, but I am used to taking it. So that is part of my morning routine. And after I have done that, and also taken a shower, brushed my teeth, gotten changed, it is very nice to prepare for the lessons, and so that I can really concentrate during the lessons. And when I am preparing the lesson plans, they are very tailored to my students. And my students, they get a lot of value from my lessons because I talk about things that they are interested in, and I incorporate things like grammar, vocabulary, fluency all together. So if we are talking about their business, for example, we can talk about how to improve their business, how to improve their presentation, how to improve their negotiation skills. And it's really, really fascinating. During my lunch break, I would try to eat something healthy again. So some kind of protein, maybe some chicken. I like to buy chicken breast, which can be quite dry, but I like to season it with different spices, like maybe a Thai spice, a barbecue spice, curry spice. The spices are limitless. And I like to cook in bulk. So if I am making the chicken, I would dice it up into small pieces and cook quite a bit. And then I can keep it in a container in the fridge. And then whenever I am feeling peckish, do you know what peckish means? Peckish is when you feel a little bit hungry. So when I feel peckish, I can go to the fridge and just have a little bit of that food that I've already made. So I would make that. I would make some rice. I like different types of rice, so I like to mix it up a bit. And some kind of vegetable. So if it's broccoli or cauliflower or pumpkin or sweet potato, and try to get some more vegetables into my diet. So I would have a mixture of vegetables that I would alternate. Otherwise, it can get quite boring. And I do love my sauces. So I would put some spicy sauce on top of my food to make it taste a bit better. And try to drink some water. I try to drink at least 2 liters of water a day. I try to drink more than this if I can. I recently bought a new water bottle. It's a 2-liter water bottle, and it has different markings on it to keep you motivated. So, for example, halfway through the bottle, it says, "Keep going. You're almost there." And it's something very small, but I do find it very motivating to finish the water. And I like to sip on the water. So when you sip on something, is to take a small amount of it. And it's very important to stay hydrated throughout the day. So after lunch, I have a few more lessons planned. And after my lessons, I plan on going to the gym. Today is a pull workout. So yesterday I did a push workout. So I try to do push, pull, legs, and then I may rest or do some light cardio and then repeat that again. So today is a pull workout, and these are pulling exercises. And I do enjoy a nice pull workout. It is quite enjoyable when you finish. I recently bought some lifting straps, and it's a strap that you put your hand into, and a strap here that you would tie around the handle of the equipment that you are pulling, and it gives you a better grip. And this stops your forearm. So this here is the forearm. It stops your forearm from getting too tired, so you can focus on the particular muscle group you are trying to work, which in this case is the back, is the lats. The lats are the wide area on the upper back. And it's really enjoyable to see the progress. So I like to focus on progressive overload, progressive improvement, and increasing the weight or the number of reps. Reps means the amount of times I am pushing or pulling something. And there are many different exercises you can do for the back. I may work some abdominal muscles today. For me, I found the best thing is to exercise the abs first thing. I've had instances where I finished a workout and I've said, let me just go and do some ab exercises. And there's one in particular I enjoy, which is hanging leg raises. So you lift your legs up. And my stomach started to cramp and the pain was incredible. I had to stop, I couldn't move, and I learnt my lesson. So I always do ab exercises first before I get too fatigued. When you are fatigued is when you start to feel tired. After the gym session, I would come back home and cook some dinner. I'm not sure what I would eat for dinner today. Maybe some mince. I would make the mince into a mince curry. So I would dice up some onions, cut some tomatoes, fry the mince to ensure that it's cooked all the way through. Then add the onions, cook that. Then finally add the tomatoes and the spices. And I do love mince because, again, it's another source of protein. I do like to vary up my sources of protein. I also like to have things like chickpeas, lentils, different types of beans. And so it's not just animal protein, but also vegetable protein. And after dinner is some family time, to spend some time with family, sitting on the couch, maybe playing a board game or watching something on TV. And tonight is an Arsenal Champions League match, so I'm quite excited about that. Arsenal lost the first match against PSG. They lost 1-0. So they have to win this game today. And I've been watching the build-up to the match on social media. I've been listening to interviews with the Arsenal manager, and he's hyping everyone up. So when you hype something up, do you know what this means? This is to get someone excited about something. It's like when you have a new movie, you have a trailer, you have the actors going on TV and having presentations, and this is to get everyone excited about the movie. So I'm very, very excited about the match today. I hope we win. It would be fantastic if we do. And even if we don't, I think Arsenal has come quite far in their progress. And if someone had told me a few years ago when we were playing badly that you would have beaten Real Madrid and be in the semi-finals of the Champions League, I would have bitten your hand off. So this phrase, to bite someone's hand off, means to be excited about something, and they would take that opportunity in an instant. They would take it very quickly. If someone offered you a chance to exchange your car for a brand new Porsche or Ferrari, but you only have 1 minute to decide, you would bite the other person's hand off and just say, okay, you can take my car in exchange for the Porsche. So that's my day today. It's pretty balanced. It's quite busy. In between working and teaching, I try to create these lessons for you. So I hope that they are helping you and that you are finding them enjoyable. If you are, please click on the like button, the subscribe button. Share this with anyone that you know. It really helps me out. Also, if you comment in the comment section, say hello, let me know where you are from, and I can give you a shout out in the next lesson, because it's so interesting to see people from all around the world watching my videos and interacting with you. I think this is what YouTube is about, and it's such a unique and personal experience. So thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely day and watch this video next.